Okay, we're going to go over sports vocabulary. This is in your Joy of Signing textbook, chapter 21, or page 275. This is the sign for sports. So it's those two A hands put together and you rub back and forth. Also the sign for race or competition, sports. Football. Basketball. Volleyball. Some people will also sign volleyball and flick out the fingers. Volleyball. Your book shows volleyball. Soccer. It's two B hands. Soccer. If you do that sign one time, it's kick. Couple times is soccer. Boxing or fighting. Wrestling. So that's similar to football. Football taps, football, and then wrestling goes back and forth. Wrestling. Hockey is that X hand on your palm. You move it back and forth like that hockey stick on the ice. Hockey. Golf, a little bit hard to do sitting down, but you just act like you're swinging a golf putt. Tennis, just act like you're holding onto that tennis racket. Tennis. Ping-pong is the same motion, it's just more slight. Ping-pong. Skiing is done with two X hands, hands nice and close together, palms up, and you kind of push them downwards, like you're downhill skiing. Skiing. Ice skating is also with the X hands, and you alternate, moving them back and forth. Like this is the blade of your ice skates. Ice skating. Roller skating is also similar, but you have that set of two wheels. So this is a scrunched V hand shape, palms are up, and you alternate moving them back and forth. Roller skating. Rollerblading, closed five hand, and you just push them back and forth, kind of mime that action of rollerblading. Bowling, take your hand like you have the bowling ball in it, and you just throw it down the lane. Bowling. Pool, when you're playing pool, just have your pool stick, and you act like you're hitting the ball with it. Pool. Bicycle or cycling, it's two S hands, like you're holding on to the pedals of a bike, and you just make circles. Bicycle. Horseback riding, you do the sign for horse, which is this. Horse, and then it's like you're straddling a horse. So horse, back riding. Archery, you mime having that bow, pull it back, and then let it go. So two fingers shoot out. Archery. Swimming. Canoeing, it's going to be like you're holding that paddle. Canoeing. If you're kayaking, you're going to hold it in the middle, just like you would kayak with a kayak paddle. Okay? And then a rowing, as in rowing like they would do in the Olympics. You have paddle in each hand, and you row them together. So you have three different types of rowing there, and you just kind of mime that action. So canoeing, kayaking, or rowing. The sign for games, two A hands, you bring them down till your knuckles touch and tap it a couple times. Game. Challenge is very similar, but the hands start down here, and then you move them up, like the two heading off. Challenge. Olympics, you have your F hands, and you make the 5 circles, just like the Olympics emblem. Fishing, throw your line and then act like you're reeling it in. Hunting or shooting, hunting. Throwing, just got that S hand, you just throw. Throwing. Running or jogging, you have the two L hands, your index finger hooks with the thumb, fingers are a little bit bent, and you push it forward. running, or cross country would be the same sign. Exercise, you have 2 S hands, move them up and down like you're lifting weights. Exercise. Play, 2 Y hands, and they kind of wiggle back and forth. Play. Party is 2 Ps, and they shake back and forth. So you have play with the Y hands, and then party with the P hands. The last one in that chapter is playing cards. So you have like a deck of cards, and you just act like you're dealing them out. Playing cards. All right, that is the completion of Chapter 21, Sports Signs. There were a couple signs that we added during class. Gymnastics was one of them. Gymnastics. Okay, you can also sign it gymnastics. We added track, which is the 2 L hands, thumb together. And those fingers kind of just wiggle forward. Track. Cheerleading. Cheerleading. You can also sign cheerleading. Okay, or cheerleading. We talked about the sign for dance. Dance. And then music. Music and dance. All right, those are your sports vocabulary. Sports.